Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So I need to do a little bit better about living up to the Big Sis Advice title I give my channel. So here I am today giving you guys some of the best Big Sis advice I can think of. So here's the thing, okay, this video is totally not gospel related or oriented. I mean, let's be honest here. Telling you to go read your scriptures right now is not going to help you get through this heartbreak. It might at some point for you, but I can tell you that at least from my experiences of all the heartbreaks that I went through, reading my scriptures never really helped that situation. So this is just me telling you how I got through heartbreaks, whether it's right or wrong. Hopefully you'll just find some advice in this video today that will help you. So yes, I am married and I have not gone through a heartbreak, thankfully, for about 6 years, I would say now. It's been a while since I was in the dating game. And so you might think I'm out of touch, but luckily I did my absolute best to keep journals and just record all of my stupid thoughts when I was dating, when I was like 18, 19, 20. I went back through it specifically for this video so I could be fully immersed in what it felt like to have that excitement when you're flirting with somebody, go on first dates, and then be broken up with. So I went back through my stuff, I took down some notes, and so I'm going to share those thoughts with you guys today because I promise you I have some good ones because I was the queen of heartbreak. If you guys know me and you've seen videos here on my channel, you know that I was the dating queen when I went to college. Basically, I was kind of cold-hearted, I'm not gonna lie. I dated a ton of guys, and I really loved the feeling of kind of like power that it gave me to be kind of, I don't know, heartless in a way, and be able to not get attached so easily. So I'm gonna give you guys my strong, independent woman talk, because I had to give this talk to myself dozens of times, but also to roommates and to friends as they all went through heartbreaks. And like I said, by the end of my dating experience, I probably dated like 20 plus guys. Some for long periods of time, some like for literally like maybe 1 or 2 dates was all, and that was it. And I kind of started to pride myself in the fact that I could share moments and experiences with people, with guys, and not be sad when like they, you know, they were like, hey, I just don't see this going anywhere, I don't see it working out. I'm like, fine. That's all right. I know who I am, I love who I am, and I'm confident in who I am, and I don't need you to complete me. I was really proud of who I'd become and and everything that I had learned after each heartbreak. So, first of all, right now, I know you feel like absolute crap. Whether he just broke up with you an hour ago or a week ago, you probably still feel really sad, and you are, you know, reminiscing on the days that he would text you good morning and, you know, thinking about how much time you spent on your phone probably texting him and hanging out with him and making plans and all these things. But I can promise you that with every day that passes by, you're going to miss him less. Until one day, you're literally never going to think about him ever again. In a month or 6 or in a year, I promise you, he's not going to be the first thing that you think about in the morning. You're not going to be wishing he was there when something really cool happens because you're going to move on. It's very true. It'll just take time. So that's okay. And that's what I want to move on to next, is giving yourself time. It's kind of fun to just like live in that little romantic movie moment when you get to cry, eat some ice cream, watch some movies, have some girl talk with your friends, and just kind of bask in the feeling of a heartbreak with the millions of other girls that have been there before you and the millions of girls that'll be there after you. You are now part of the club. Welcome to the Heartbreak Club. You've experienced it now. You can say that, you know, yeah, I've had my heart broken. So, you know, I would definitely encourage you to kind of have like a little pity party for yourself and just like respect your feelings and respect that, you know, hey, you've passed a milestone in life. Like, that's kind of like a rite of passage, being heartbroken, not gonna lie. So, you know, whether it takes like 1 or 2 days, give yourself that time, watch some sad movies, cry your eyes out in the shower, it's gonna be okay. But after those like 1 or 2 days, I want you to pick yourself up. I want you to put on some normal clothes. I want you to put a bra on and do your makeup, do your hair, hang out with your friends, and go do something, and it'll take your mind off of it, I promise you. And take yourself shopping. That was my favorite thing to do, high-key, was take myself shopping. When I would go in my closet, I could recall items of clothing that I had bought to get over certain guys. My get over David shoes. I had my get over Robbie bag. And that was kind of like a fun little like reminder to me that like, wow, I went through something tough and I got over it, and look at the reward I got now. This really cute pair of shoes, like, and this pair of shoes is not gonna break my heart. It's gonna be there with me through and through, and it's not gonna let me down. I know this sounds really stupid, but guys, these are the things that I would think about and the things that would kind of like get me through heartbreaks when I went through like boy after boy after boy during my dating sprees. So the next thing I want to tell you guys is to unfollow and block them. I know it can be tough and like you want to see what they're up to. You want to see if they're sad too. Trust me, they totally are. But one, boys don't share feelings. Like, they suck at sharing their feelings. They're definitely not going to put them online. So just give up that hope, like, right now. Unfollow them on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all the things. I have heard some people say that you should block them so that way they can't even see you, but that was my favorite thing. I'm a terrible person, but I just thrived on the fact that, like, give it a week or two and I would be back. I would be more powerful than ever. I had overcame another heartbreak, and I want that boy to see me just thriving and having the best time. Not in like a rub it in your face kind of way, but like, personally, I don't think you need to block people. Let them see that, you know, you're doing just fine. So keep your head high, keep your power, keep your confidence. You are not just half of a person that is looking for another half. You are a whole person by yourself on your own. And the next thing I want to tell you guys is that each guy is a lesson. It's very true. I don't know if I've mentioned this here on my channel, but I used to actually have a book where I would write down the qualities that I would like in the guys that I would date, and I would also write the qualities that I didn't like. So that way, the next time I was dating somebody, if they kind of had that same quality that I didn't like in the last guy, I'd be like, nope, we're not going through this. I'm gonna save myself from heartbreak. We're just gonna move on right here because I know I don't like this and I know I don't want this in a relationship. So we're just gonna avoid it up front. We're not gonna go through this again. So write down things about guys, whether it's your first date or after you guys do break up. Write down qualities that you like and dislike about each person, and that way then you're never just like, wow, that was such a waste of my time. You will learn something from every single guy that you date. And then off of that, I think it's also important to kind of check yourself and ask yourself if you really liked that guy that you were dating or if you just liked the attention that he gave you. I know this from so many firsthand experiences that 90% of the time, I just liked the attention that the boy was giving me. I didn't care for that boy. It could literally be any boy giving me the same kind of attention. I would have been just as in love with that guy. So it's important to realize that too, because that can also help you get over heartbreak faster when you realize, wow, I actually really didn't like that guy. I just liked the attention that he was giving me or the things he was doing for me or with me. I just wanted that companionship. It could have been anybody. So that kind of takes the personal side out of it. So I definitely encourage you to ask yourself, was it the guy that you really liked or was it just the attention he was giving you? And on that note, you deserve somebody who wouldn't let you go. I think that was something that took me a long time to learn, is that I wanted somebody to fight for me. I know that sounds so cliche, but it's very true. And coming from somebody who's now been married and went through the dating process and found an eternal companion from dating, it's true. When I started dating my now husband, if like a fight or an issue came up, he didn't just freak out and like break up with me and just like that was it, we were done. We would sit and we would talk it out. We would be like rational with the things that we were doing, and he wouldn't just like, no, you're stupid and call me dumb names and then go hang out with his guy friends. Like that, if that's what this boy just did to you and broke your heart, like don't waste your time because you deserve somebody way better. I know everyone says like you deserve better, but like it's really true. Like you do deserve better. And there are so many better guys out there, and you're probably thinking right now like, how am I supposed to find somebody better? Like, he was fantastic in all these ways, but like he's not fantastic because he let you go. Somebody who really cares for you and really loves you and wants you around would not just drop you and ghost you and just leave your life. They would fight for it and they would take the time to fix the issues that are going on. And I know a lot of people say that like, oh, to get over a guy, you need to get with like a new guy. Now, I can tell you firsthand experience, I have done this. I've been like, fine, I'm gonna go rebound. I'm gonna go to a party. I literally found a Tumblr post where I was like, wow, just broke up with that guy, left his apartment crying. Now I'm gonna go hang out with my roommates and now we're gonna go to a party. And then I was talking to a different guy that night. Did it feel fantastic because I got my mind off the other guy? Absolutely. Was it a good long-term solution? No. But I also have to say, if you're watching this, you're probably like in your late teens or like early 20s. Like, Go have fun. I think people take relationships way too seriously sometimes, especially if you are a member of the LDS church. Like, relationships don't have to be so serious. Like, go rebound. Go have a fun night hanging out with a guy just after you broke up with another one. Like, everyone just needs to calm down. Like, as long as you are keeping your law of chastity and you're being honest with everybody, being honest with yourself, I don't think it hurts to go out and have a fun time with guys that even after you just broke up with somebody, like, live a little bit. But I also have to say, do not let your loneliness lower your standards. That is something I've also experienced firsthand, is that in your efforts to forget about the breakup or to move on, you are willing to accept any attention from anybody. Don't do that. You are a strong, independent woman that doesn't need a man to complete herself. And I don't want you to lower your standards just to feel complete or to feel loved again, because you don't need that. You have friends and family that love you and care for you, and you don't need to degrade yourself and step down in order to feel that love and care again. So don't lower your standards just because you are lonely. Now, to finish up this video, I just want to touch on the fact that, like, being single is amazing. This is coming from a married girl. This is kind of weird, but I remember after I would get over, like, the initial hurt from the heartbreak, you would just feel so free. Like, the weight is taken off of your shoulders. You no longer have to text somebody every waking moment. You don't have to worry about good morning and good night texts. You can choose what you want to do with your weekends. You can go hang out with your friends. You don't have to worry about anybody. You're not babysitting. That's what I would call dating a lot of times, was babysitting, because some boys I just felt were so needy. Don't waste your time babysitting some boy. Focus on you. Go do stuff for you, whether it's shopping. I remember literally taking over one of the worst heartbreaks I had. I went on a study abroad to Europe for like a month, and it was the best thing that I ever did. So was it a little bit extreme? Yes, it was, but it totally worked. I was able to go focus on me, be with friends, meet new friends, and have crazy, fun, new experiences in a whole different country. And by the end of that trip, I was totally, like, that guy wasn't even a thought in my mind. Like, literally, like, 3 days into the trip, the boy wasn't even a thought in my mind. Yeah. So just focus on you, make yourself better for the next person that's gonna come around and be worthy of you. And finally, don't give up anything for a boy, because the world is full of boys. I think that's the thing that really just hurts my heart the most. When I see girls make compromises on things that are for them or would help themselves move up in life or elevate themselves in some way or learn something new, is when boys try to, like, restrict that or control that girl or use love as a reason for her to not pursue something. That hurts my heart, because the world is full of boys. I've talked about this in all of my videos regarding my husband waiting for me while I was on my mission. My attitude when I left for my mission was that, hey, if this works out, fantastic. That's gonna be great to come home and to continue dating this guy that I already have such a great connection with. But honestly, if it also doesn't work out, if he meets some other girl while I'm on my mission, that's okay too. I'm gonna find somebody. I'm not gonna give up this time in my life, for example, the time to serve a mission, for some boy. I can come home and I can date and I can get married anytime. Whereas I only had one chance to serve this mission at that time of my life. You only have one chance to go to college. You only have one chance to go after this job or do something that you like and love. And don't give that up for a boy, because a lot of times boys don't stick around. And don't bank all of your happiness on someone else, because you're never going to be happy in the end, because you are the person that prioritizes yourself the most. Don't give up things that you want and parts of yourself just for a boy. So that is all my advice. I get really heated about this topic. So anyways, I hope there was something in this video that you guys liked and that you can take and apply in your life if you're going through a heartbreak. And if you guys want to talk more, you can always DM me on Instagram at justjessie. I will always take the time to answer you girls back and try to give you the best advice I can. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any advice for getting over heartbreak or want to share an experience that you went through, please leave them in the comments down below. I love having the comment section being just a really fun and supportive place amongst sisters here on my channel. So I will see you girls in next week's video. Bye!